Man, we're skipping the intro today, man. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing going, man. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? it been it been one of them weeks, y'all. Y'all got to bear with me, man. It's been one of them weeks. Um, I'm going through a lot of stuff at the crib right now, so man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. First off, welcome to SWAC Smoke episode number 147. We got Big Soldier in the house. We got the Voice of Reason in the house. You got the tour guide in the house, man. And we're gonna just chop it up and do our thing today, man. I'm counting on these brothers to help me out today. Um, I got a lot on my plate this week. Just for just a little story time, man. If y'all don't mind indulging me in some little story time, y'all good with that?
I'm good.
All right. So first off, man, my wife she left on Saturday to go to Minnesota to visit my father-in-law, and everything was fine. And then Sunday she called me and said our car broke down on her in Iowa. So I'm like, okay, we'll get you a room for the night. Get into the shop. They'll check it out Monday morning. Get you back on the road, and you be good to go. Well, it turned out um, our car has the the brand itself is a Nissan. They have problems with their transmissions, which we didn't find out, and so the transmission is going on our car. And so she was stuck in Iowa for 2 days because I had to try to rent our car and all of this stuff. So finally got that taken care of. Gonna ship the car back home and get somebody here to work on it. But man, I just been trying to take care of all of this stuff. So man, I appreciate y'all for bearing with me on some things. But let's get this show going, man. Like I said, I just wanted to put that out there. My wife made it to Minnesota yesterday. She's chilling, so I got that out the way.
Well,
But
that's
now I
good.
got to try to get a car fixed. I said, man, get that off of me, man. How y'all doing today, man? Y'all everybody doing good out there today?
Yeah, we good over here, man. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. Everything going good. It's
That's what's up,
almost
I'm
man.
doing
Friday.
better now. But how you doing over there, Mr. Jerome, man? How's things going in Florida?
Everything it's hot and raining off and on, but it's going good right now. Everything going good. I got a couple questions I want to ask y'all. If you
Like,
want me to kick it off now, you're gonna wait.
but
Hello.
oh yeah, that's definitely uh, man. I take a little bit of that rain. That's good, man. We got Rattlers in the house. I see we got TSU in the house. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
You got a delay. I got a delay.
So yeah, hey, y'all know how we typically start this thing off. Big Soldier, man. What Big Soldier? What's going on in them swag streets right now, man? I know. We're gonna see if we can kind of
Man,
make this
like
thing
I
work.
say, everything quiet, man. It really ain't much. I ain't really had much chatter going on. I think everybody pretty much in camp. I guess trying to get ready for the season. So
So
ain't no big major news to come through. Nah, I
what?
ain't heard nothing anything going on.
Hey,
What's up, y'all?
that's a good thing then.
Yeah.
If it's quiet, man, that's a good thing. What's up, Mr. Moore out there in D Town, man? What's going on to my kin folk?
C Wells.
That, hey, if you wanna know somebody, know everybody. Edwin Moore is that guy, man. That guy knows everybody.
C Wells.
Yeah,
Hello. I got a question for y'all.
yeah, we here. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Does bringing in your players late to camp, late in this recruiting cycle, is that a pro or a con?
That's a great question, Jerome. That we were just talking about that not too long ago.
I just want to know.
So,
Man, I feel like this.
so you want me?
Some oh yeah, you go ahead and do it. See where you kick it off, man. I'm finna mute
Okay.
my mic.
All right. I think it depends. I know that's not the. I know that's. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna say why it depends. It's all in the makeup of your team. If you got guys that are already there, if you got a veteran team and you just adding a couple guys, like you got like, you lost a wide receiver, or you lost a defensive back or something, you just trying to add a guy, or you got guys down, but somebody landed in the portal that you just can't pass up. Adding one or two guys to me at this point is fine. But when you get to adding multiple guys, like you adding 10 to 15 guys, that says that you got a hole somewhere on your team that you're trying to fill, either because you saw what you had, or you losing some of the guys that, some of the guys didn't do their work in school that they should have did, and you're trying to fill holes.
All of that.
The only position I don't like to add late is quarterback, because I feel like your quarterback need to at least be there as early as possible, so he could start to develop the chemistry with his team and learn the offense. And offensive linemen, I really don't like to add them, because it takes reps for your O line to come together. And if you're adding O line guys late in the process, I think you looking for trouble there. But for the most part, a guy or two is fine, especially if it's somebody that's gonna enhance your team. More than that, then you got problems. I'm gonna let Jamie G take it from now.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But man, I know some kids run into the problem, man. When they get there, the coach might promise them something, but then when they get there, the promise not even there anymore. So a lot of kids got to find a home real quick, because I know in one case it was a guy that came in for JSU and wanted to play football, but he couldn't get any type of housing or anything, so he had to go elsewhere. So, but I feel like if you bringing in a ton of guys, like C-Well say, at this point, you got a big problem. I don't mind you add maybe like 4-5 guys if they the truth, you know what I'm saying? Because Tennessee State done put in a good class or whatever. But if it's this late, yeah, it might be a little shaky. You might got a lot of questions you need to try to fill out and figure out real quick. So, because that's
But
almost like a whole team when you bring in 15, 20 guys.
but now is the time to go shopping. This is the time to
Yeah,
build
and
your
like I
team, to
said, oh,
build
go
your
ahead.
depth. No,
I'm
I'm
gonna sit
saying this
back.
is
Go
the
ahead.
time to build your depth on your team.
Well, yeah, that leads to another question. Are you saying adding guys just for depth purposes, or are you looking for guys to fill to step in
All of that.
and take a spot? I like you say, I think this, if you're gonna do it, this is the time. Like that post spring semester, before full fledged summer workout time, I think that's a good time to bring in, like I say, certain guys. This is just my philosophy. I don't, unless it's like a 5-star 3-year starter that then threw for
Right.
3,500 yards at his school for 3 straight years. I'm not adding a quarterback unless he has had like when Prairie View added one pass in the 2021 season. That kid had starting experience. He didn't have the greatest time at Louisville, but he had starting experience and he had played. So his adjustment to college ball is done.
Uh-oh. Jamie G, you here?
Start on my team that hadn't played nowhere this late in the huh?
You froze for a minute.
All right, can y'all hear me? Everybody good?
I hear you, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hear you, man. It's just a delay.
All
I
right.
just got mic on mute until
Oh,
it's time to
okay,
speak. That's how I got mine. So I'm here though.
okay.
All right, so uh, but yeah, like I said, I just feel like if you adding guys, you know, it better just it to me at this point I'm looking for guys that's gonna help me more than just adding pieces to add them. But I think the more you add, the more questions you have. That's just personal experience. But um, I
It
respect anybody else's answers though.
it add competition. It make people compete all the way to the end. I think that's a plus.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with competition.
But
I
it's
agree
a
with
bit.
that. Like I say, I don't have a problem with adding guys, but I just don't like I just don't like teams adding like a full squad of guys between the summer and fall. I think if you got your guys and you need to add a few, hey, more power to you. Shout out to Coach 67 Sports TV, man. That's a Jaguar through and through. Y'all check out his channel, man. He got some really good stuff going on, man. Y'all check him out. I need to try to get with him, man, and do a little something. But I know I got a Tiger and a Rattler on here, but that's a Jaguar, and I support my Jags. Um, Much love. So thank you for tuning in, bro. We appreciate it. Um, let's stick on the subject of transfers, though. Um, we talk about this all the time, but we got a new face on the show, so I want to get your opinion. How do how much expectation do you put on a guy that come to your team that hasn't played anywhere yet? A guy, I'm talking about a guy that's been in college for like 3 years and ain't played yet, and he transferred to your school from Toledo or somewhere. Do you
Right.
feel like his being on an FBS team, do you feel like that gives him a leg up even though he hadn't played?
Uh, I think it might give them a leg up on just a way of going about practice. Even if they had a problem at the previous school, I'm sure they learned habits and things that the other previous program they were at that they can carry back to the school that they're going to now. But I would, I mean, I also kind of look into what high school and where they came from before that and circumstance, if it was injuries as to why he didn't play or, you know, so things like that I take into consideration. But you always got to raise an eyebrow when you've been at a school for 3 years, but you didn't get any playing time, you know. So
Yeah,
it
that's
make you
that's
look
that's
twice.
always my thing. Like you know, it just make you think. I mean, that's not to say that a guy can't step in and contribute. Like you said, it could be a multitude of reasons why he hadn't played. But I just don't like. I learned my lesson from being too excited about guys that come from FBS. Um, and I learned to not disrespect the guys that come from D2. Um,
Right.
4 or 5 years ago, and what it was like five, might have been six, nah, whatever, 5, 6 years ago, Southern's best wide receiver came from Miles,
Right.
and the kid had size, he had speed, he could catch the ball, and he was our deep threat. And we didn't have a great offense, but we had an offense that utilized his abilities. So I feel like a guy like that, a lot of people like to overlook, skill guys or any guy from D2. I'm not saying you load
Right.
up on D2 guys, but they got D2 guys that can play. So if you get that kid that's special, like Lane had a couple guys that I would have loved to have on my team. So I think that sometimes we fall in love with that FBS, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But that can go for any
Well,
any guy, honestly. But I
like the junior college players, that was Isaiah Major. He had pretty much performed at the junior college level, was all pro. I mean, all whatever conference that was he came from. And so, he was kind of like a proven commodity and he was hungry. So junior college, that that seemed to be a easier route. Or they seem to have proved themselves more when they come from the
Mhm.
junior college ranks. You kind of almost know what you're going to get on the field, I think, because they have played.
Yeah, and I want to say this. Then I'm gonna let Big Soldier jump in. I love a JUCO guy for one reason. A JUCO guy that's played, he's hungry and he understands what it takes. System, 9 times out of 10 is every guy for themselves because everybody trying to get their offers and everybody trying to get up out of wherever they are. So he's already not. Hopefully, you kind of betting on the fact that he got whatever got him that out of his system. So he's a
Right,
guy that's coming ready to play and he's coming ready to work. Now, sometimes those guys carry them bad habits with them. That can happen coming
right,
from high school too. But I love a transfer guy. But if I get me like especially like a guy who came from a D1 school to JUCO and he's hungry to get back, he's gonna put in the work because and if he
right,
played on a solid team, then he coming from a good program anyway. So I just value experience. Um, I don't know how many of y'all watch MCU movies, but uh, in Endgame, Infinity War, when Loki was like, I consider experience. So I love experienced guys,
Mhm.
man. I don't care where you got the experience at.
right,
If
right,
you played, you got a better chance for me, because
right.
you understand what
I
it
agree.
takes to work and you understand what it takes to do what you got to do. So how about you, Big Soldier? What you think about that?
Yeah, I think it all depends with me. Like it depends on if that guy really been playing because I notice there's a lot of guys coming out at the portal. They don't have but maybe 6, 7 catches now. But I'd rather take that JUCO guy that have been playing consecutively versus over some of these transfers. That's how I feel.
Yeah, like I say, I just think it's you know I know like I say all the time. I know it's a cop out answer, but I just think it's a case by case thing. Because you're gonna get your great guys who didn't play at all where they came from. You're gonna get if I keep it to Southern, every now and then you'll get your Michael Hayes guy who was like 8 string on the bench at wide receiver come to your school and leave as the all time leading receiver at that time. You're gonna get guys like that, like a Steele Adams or somebody like that who didn't play at Southern Miss really, but came to Southern and had a solid career in a couple of years that he ran the ball. You're gonna get them kind of guys, but then you're gonna get guys who you think is gonna be dogs and don't turn out to be dogs. So it's a gamble, and I think with the portal now, it makes it a little bit more of a dice roll, but it also makes it quicker to come up. So let me ask y'all two this question, and Jerome, I'm gonna let you go first with this one. How much how much is too much when it comes to being in the portal? Like how
Bouncing.
like how like is there a number of guys you think you should bring in every year, or is it just like however many guys you bring in is all good? Do you think there's too many guys to bring in out the portal in any given year?
Is I think it's going that's a fluid situation because with the way the transfer portal is now, you got guys leaving your squad, you got guys graduation, you got academic casualties. It's like a constant job that you got to keep, you know. So you're going to keep in the portal. I think now that's just the way things are going to be. It's almost like at our level, if your guy get too good, he's going to jump into the portal just to see if he can jump up to another level. And then you can't sit and wait
Say that again.
and hope that he comes. I say you may have a guy at the CS level that does well this season. Say this season he does well coming up. He'll jump into the portal next season just to see if he can get a jump up to the FBS level. So you can't sit and wait to see if he's going to come back. That's going to force your hand into going into the portal. You understand what I'm saying?
But yeah, Jerome. Hey, Jerome, I ain't that's a perfect example of that because this was a kid I was watching from Prairie View that just committed. He was in that same situation. They was like, wait, we ain't gonna hold the scholarship. You got to come on with it. So, hey, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that hey, it's gonna be an everlasting. It's gonna be a revolving door when that portal when it comes to our level. I think we got to just stick in and stay in it.
Yeah. And we're going to just have to get used to loving our
Yeah, that's
university and
honestly like the scary
teams.
part, man. Like we still haven't fully scratched the surface of what this thing is, man. And it's gonna change all the time. So I I I I kind of feel like I always said like a 60-40 transfer portal high school, you know, ratio. But like you say, it's fluid. It depends. I do think that you still need those high school guys to build your foundation, but it's easier to plug and play with those other guys.
Right. I think you need the high school guys as a foundation. It's just, are we going to be able to keep a high school guy with him? Say we bring in the guy from a JUCO or transfer from a Toledo or wherever. Chances are he might
It's
get the look
it's just
before
gonna
the
be
high
a
school guy.
it's just gonna be one of them learning things. Like I said, like I say, it's gonna be a year in and year out thing. Things just gonna constantly change and evolve. So I guess we just gonna have to we're gonna have to grow with this situation. It's gonna constantly change. But I do want to say one thing that I will say about high school recruiting is I mean, of course, a kid can't help where he go to well. In some cities, kids can't help where they go to school. Kids can't help what kind of team they play for. But I definitely want to get me at least as many guys that I can off a team that made deep runs in playoffs. I just think that those kind of programs they build them kids up better for success. Now you get your kids from losing schools that got the raw talent and can play, but if I'm in Louisiana, I'm that's a good point too. Yeah, and I
Well, the problem is here in Tampa or in
that
Florida, I think them guys that are on those
yeah,
teams.
I think that's one of the things we got to adapt to as a whole. Can we keep any like can we keep any of our guys if they
Right.
have any level of success? And like you said, being able to recruit against teams constantly recruiting against you, you're gonna have to learn how to battle these teams. And I think that's one thing that our coaches are gonna not a lot of our coaching staffs are gonna have to learn if they haven't already. Is they're gonna have to learn how to really recruit against other schools, man. Because here you're gonna have to recruit against if you're trying to get a solid kid, you got to recruit against two. Like I'm not even throwing LSU in the mix because LSU just they show up that changes the game. But you got to recruit against ULL, Tulane, McNeese, Southeastern, like Houston, Southern Miss, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Those kind of teams. South Alabama. All those kind of teams. Those are various levels of team, but you're gonna have to recruit against all those kids, all those teams to get that kid from like a Catholic High who is a program that won like 2 or 3 state championships in like 5 years. So you can get those kids because we got a couple this year, but you have to kind of build an inroads. So it's important for our coaches to get their foot in these doors in these high schools because um, if you don't, they're gonna constantly turn their nose up at you. And one final portal thing before we move on. Um, used to be coaches get used to be people would say coaches can get 4 years to kind of get the ship going, get your recruiting class in or whatever. But Man, I apologize, y'all. Like I said, we having some delays. I'm trying to work it out. Let me. I'm gonna make sure that I let them get their stuff in. But um, with with um with the portal, do y'all think the time for coaches to develop their teams and win, you think it's shorter now? And I'm gonna let Big Soldier start it off.
I think it is. I think it's gonna be a shorter leash from here forward because with the way these transfers is, they expect them to come in and be able to win right now. So I think it's gonna be a shorter leash. I don't think they're gonna give coaches that chance to really develop these kids. It's gonna really challenge them to see if they can develop kids.
I I think it depends on the
How
program.
about you, Jerome?
I think it's going to come down to the program. A coach like the coach at FAMU, he, because of where they are, he got to kind of keep the position at the top. So he got to try and keep winning. He going to have to go for players that can plug and play. Whereas I know this is not SWAC, but uh, I forget the coach name at South Carolina State right now, but he's going to have a while to build his program up.
Oh,
It
you
just
talking about
depends.
Chennis Berry? You talking about Chennis
Barely,
Berry?
yes.
Yeah.
He'll have a time to build his
Wait,
program
what?
up. I think they'll be patient with him, but it's shoot. Look at Southern. Y'all have been changing coaches every 2-3 years. It's so it's certain fan bases and schools just not going to sit around and wait. Hey, when you right. Those teams not going to sit and wait.
So,
You know.
who do y'all think has the most impatient fan base?
Southern and Jackson State, and then you're gonna be
Out of the
Southern
two,
and
who you
Jackson
think is
State.
worse?
Southern,
Southern,
Southern, get rid of you tomorrow.
yeah.
So, hey, if you ask some people, Coach Gray's already on the hot seat, and the man just got there. So, I always hated that about us, man. I never liked it. It's true, man. Like I've been at games where in the first quarter, after the first incomplete pass, people hollering about the coach need to be fired. And I'm like, it's the first quarter of the game, man. Let the game play out. And so it's. I think everybody is just. I think a lot of people don't have a realistic idea of what the program is. They think it's where it used to be, but even before Pete Richardson, Southern was getting rid of coaches every so often. So it just you got to. I don't know. It's a battle that you got to fight that I don't think a lot of coaches are equipped to fight. And if you winning at Southern, you good. But the minute you step on the wrong toes, you in a bad way. Now
Well,
I saw this on Twitter yesterday, and I actually tweeted about it. It was hilarious to me, but I saw an argument. Well, I don't want to say argument. I saw a spirited debate between Prairie View and Grambling about attendance, and I thought that was funny to me because they both average like 6,000 people, and they trying to argue who draw, who draws the best. So I I I'm sorry. It was just hilarious to me.
well,
And shout out to
is
my
it
boy
more important?
PV versus everybody. He holding it down out there, but I thought that I thought that argument was hilarious.
Is it more important to win your homecoming or your classic game? as a coach? Which one is more important? Can you hear me?
All right, y'all. We're gonna try something a little different here. Okay.
I think
Oh,
it's
you go
more
ahead.
important. I think it's more important to win not just your homecoming, but all your games. To be in this space, you
Well, I
got to
mean
win.
that
It
go
don't
without
matter
saying.
just as long as you don't lose no
That
lane.
go without saying. I'm gonna say for Southern. I mean, for Southern is Bayou Classic because you got people that go to Bayou Classic that never that don't go to any other game at all. You know, they don't have no clue what the team is like. That's they only experience of what the team is at the end of November. Because homecoming, you know, we play typically we play horrible games on homecoming. So of course you don't want to lose to Virginia Lynchburg or Lincoln. You know, you lose that game, no matter when it is, people gonna be upset. But I think homecoming is, to me, at Southern, is just a thing to do. The game is second. So I think more people, unless they playing like Alcorn, like we're doing this year, then I don't think a lot of people concerned with the homecoming game. But Bayou Classic is it. I mean, it gets, you know, that's the end all be all. When I was living in Florida, that was the only game we went to because, you know, I wasn't spending a ton of money to drive back and forth unless, you know, it was like Jackson State or somebody. But that's that's the game. Like my wife, the first game I ever took my wife to was the Atlanta Football Classic in 2011. We played FAMU, we lost. After that, the other game that she went to was the Bayou Classic, and she was like, she was never gonna miss another one, regardless of where we lived. So that's to me that says it all. But
Hey,
homecoming is big for some people, but I think classic is bigger.
sports talking with JB. So it's gonna be all right for FAMU to come up there and win y'all homecoming this year, as long as y'all win Magic City Classic. He in the chat.
That's a good question. That's a good question. But that's why I say don't schedule hard games for homecoming, man. I don't know y'all. Me personally, I love an easy game for homecoming because I'm not really trying to. I'm just trying to enjoy myself, man. I'm not trying to sweat on homecoming. I don't like to lose homecoming.
Ain't no easy games. Ain't no such thing.
You play Virginia Lynchburg.
That ain't easy because if you lose, you look real bad. Yeah, look at it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you lose that game, then it's a
Both
it's
of
a
them.
riot. Hey, they got to win both of them. It got.
Yeah. That ain't gonna happen.
So I'm eager. I'm eager to see now. I think them Hornets they feeling themselves this year, man. Hey, you don't want no parts of that. You don't want no you don't want no parts of what they might do. That's a team that'll do anything to win, man. You don't want to play no team like that. That th- hey Rick, I'm gonna say one thing. You know, I don't like this. I don't like I don't typically like to share, you know, what I say to people off air, but Mr. Rick Body said, man, everybody who talking trash about Bama State, he taking notes and he waiting to give it back to y'all. So everybody, he told me he like Santa Claus, man. He making a list, he checking it twice. So everybody who got smoked for the Hornets before the season, man, y'all better be ready to back it up because he say he coming for you, man.
Hey, I just asked would they rather win homecoming out of Magic City. That's all I asked. That ain't, you know.
Hey, they at a point right now, man, where they trying to really establish who they are. So they ain't taking nothing from from nobody right now. They standing on everything right now. So I I'm I'm honestly glad we're not playing them. I'll be glad that we playing them on December 7th though, because I think that we're gonna be there and they're gonna come to Baton Rouge, which they hadn't been to Baton Rouge in a long time. So we're gonna get them in. So I'm looking forward to that game, man, because I know some people out there say Prairie View gonna host the SWAC championship, but we're gonna go to Baton Rouge, Texas, and beat them.
Man, I know
And
dang well you don't believe it.
what, bro? Look, if you break it down,
I know you don't.
You want me to do the math?
Do you believe it? Okay, you can do the math, but
Hey, I'm gonna tell you,
I ain't gonna be there. I'm just sorry.
I'm gonna break it down for you how it's gonna work.
Okay, go ahead. You can break it down, but
we going to Baton Rouge, Texas, and we're gonna beat Prairie View. That's number one. We're gonna beat Alcorn on homecoming, and I'm gonna make sure I see G after the game. So we're gonna beat them. That's gonna get us there because we beating Grambling in the Classic. That's them 3 dubs right there. We might drop one game in the West. We might drop the game TSU because that's just how they've been going lately. But we probably gonna lose the FAMU. I ain't gonna lie. We probably gonna lose the FAMU and Bragg. But y'all all gonna beat up on each other. So tied with like Bama State for the best record in the conference we hosting, and they coming to Baton Rouge and they ain't making it out there with no championship because I'm making sure I'm saving all my money to give to the referees so we can get this dub, man. I ain't seen a SWAC, I ain't seen a Southern Championship since 2013, man. I'm desperate.
The referees, they can't help you.
Hey, in Mumford they will. I'm gonna make sure. I know where they enter and exit the stadium at. They gotta walk right past me to get in and out of the stadium. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure.
Well, Alabama State been quiet. Alabama State been quiet. They ain't been saying nothing. Honestly, they just been kind of going about their business, which is, you know, that's kind of a cause for concern. You know what I mean? They might try and sneak up on you.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch the teams that don't really say a lot. You know, you got them the teams you gotta watch. That the teams that are telling you all the time what they're gonna do. You know, a lot of times, unless they did it already, a lot of times I'm not even really hearing it, man. Like a team that's won a championship already, hey, they can say whatever they want before the season. But everybody else, you just empty wagon, me included. You know, we just all making noise right now. But
Right.
I like I say, I hear some things that's coming out of Montgomery. So I got a couple sources coming out of there, you know. So I hear some things, man. They cooking, they cooking, man. And I'm hearing they're gonna be doing some stinging this year, man. And I see Big Soldier kind of quiet over there, so he must know.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just ain't no more talk. Let's put them cleats on. Put the helmet on.
Click
What
clack.
we gonna talk about?
Click clack.
Man, hey, it's June. It's June, man. What else we gonna do? It's June. we all undefeated, man. We all undefeated. But man, let's take a we trying something different. So y'all check this out. One of the reasons that we got that gentleman that's from that school in Tallahassee is because we want to start to integrate some more HBC culture and band stuff into the show. So we're gonna do a little pause for the cause and give y'all a little bit of sounds from the M4 from Pine Bluff. So Jerome, you want to take the flow here?
All right. Let me see what I got for you. All right. Here you go. University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, known as the musical marching, let me back that up, known as the marching musical machine of the Mid-South, was built in 1952 by the late Harold Strong. They are presently led by director John Graham. Some of their notable performances include numerous parades, including presidential inauguration parade for Barack Obama. They've done NFL halftime shows and NBA Dallas Mavericks halftimes. So we're gonna give you a little bit of SWAC smoke from the stands of M4. Go ahead, C. Wells.
All right, so I'm trying something a little different because, like I said, I couldn't get my stuff loaded right. So this is just gonna be audio. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. Um, if you can't, then we just gonna have to work it out as best as we can.
I can hear it. I heard it.
All right.
Nah, it ain't working.
Well, I guess we haven't. I guess it. I'm stuff, man. I think Time Bluff messing up my stuff. So,
It's
Lord,
going
that's
in and
all
out.
on y'all, man. But
Hey, share
we're
that
gonna kind of
playlist. Share that playlist on the channel. C. Wells.
continue to bring y'all a little bit of this every show, man, to kind of get y'all ready for what what else takes place during football. Um, nobody played. So, man, let me see something because they say it keep freezing.
Jamie, you still in here?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Well, I got some more questions. I got a question for you.
Okay,
If
what's going on? What's good?
if you the commissioner for 1 year, I'm gonna give you 2 years to be the SWAC commissioner, right?
Okay.
Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
For one, I would highlight more players from a conference perspective. All my top players in the conference, they would be highlighted on ESPN, and maybe try to get a documentary, like, to get to know the player. I think one of our problems is showcasing players.
Right.
I think we need to highlight more so of our players, and I think we got to be a little bit more. We got to be a little bit more creative in getting interest back into HBCU football.
Right.
I think you need to have some teams, maybe like a Hard Knocks, and that things of that nature, because I think people thirsty for that type of content. They want to see something like that. Like for example, I think Andrew Bodies probably should be highlighted as one of the premier players in the conference.
Right.
A lot of people don't know who he is. Let me not say that.
People
Don't
will
start
follow
that
that
now.
story though. People that know the story would follow that. Would like to see some
Right.
behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
they definitely need that.
Yeah, that would be. Y'all previous coach was doing stuff like that. I thought you was gonna say something controversial. I thought the Jackson State was gonna come out you and you was gonna say contract the SWAC.
that was gonna be that was gonna be me. That was gonna be my answer.
I would like.
Hey, I know why you
want to
say it.
That's what I really want to see. I want to see Tuskegee in the SWAC.
You want to expand the SWAC.
Mm-hmm.
You want more Tuskegee? You want them to put that on y'all again?
Nah, not this time, partner.
I would expand it too. I would expand it too. I'll just be greedy and snatch
I'm kicking
up
people out.
everybody.
I'm kicking people out.
That ain't gonna help y'all. That kicking people out ain't gonna help y'all none. Y'all still ain't gonna beat Alcorn. Y'all ain't gonna beat Alcorn.
You ain't even here. They be the first ones gone, and we gonna have a 2-team conference. Us and Valley.
Oh, that's the first one you kicking out.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. See, I had you.
It's gonna be a 2-team conference. Us and Valley.
I motion to get Valley out of here too.
So you motion Valley out.
But my real first thing I would do.
What's that?
He wants Tuskegee because he want to get some get back. I just want some dubs. So I'm kicking everybody out so I can win me a championship with one game. But honestly, what I would do is get the hell out of Birmingham, man. I move all the SWAC officers out of Birmingham, and I don't know where I go, but I don't like Birmingham. If anybody here from Birmingham, sorry. I've been to that city a few times. It's not my place, man. I don't like it. And I feel like the SWAC officer should have been out of there.
We need to get all them games out of Mobile. I'm tired of playing in Mobile in that ragged ass stadium.
Yeah, they want to get rid of that.
If we gonna play a decent football game, let's play it at a good stadium. Let's play them at some good facilities. We got to get out that Port City Classic, man.
Well, you know what I do?
Y'all bring the crowd.
I do what's the growing undercurrent in the SWAC now. I'll shut down that Bayou Classic, kick that thing on back, and a week, set it on back, and so we can be eligible for the playoffs. We can get our little break for the doggone Celebration Bowl and all of that with one simple move. Well, 2, because Alabama State too. But I move
Man,
all of that.
you just got
Y'all
here,
have to
man.
fall in line. Y'all got to
You
fall in
just got
line.
here.
Hey, I'm here now though. I'm here.
We gone. We gone.
Y'all have to fall
Hey,
in
you
line.
see, he just got here, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed his time on the show because I think it's coming to an end.
Oh no!
No.
But we
No.
ain't going nowhere. We ain't moving. We ain't moving. You just
Now we get to send it back
hey,
to the
you
MEAC,
already know
man.
how to go to the playoffs. Just don't win the division. And they run the shot on teams too. They need y'all.
You send them boy back to the MEAC, man.
You will have. What did he say?
Woo. Y'all can go and y'all can take Bethune-Cookman, but y'all can leave the Cat Eye Network though. I love it.
Right.
Hey,
We ain't
Jerome
got
good
nothing to
with
do
me,
with that.
man. He good with me. I like it. I like the spirit. I like the spirit. That was a discussion all week that I saw.
Yeah, I know.
Which one? Yeah, they last trip to the playoffs ain't go so well.
Yeah. We lost. That's all right. That's cool. We lost. Willie was in his bag that night. You know, he got a little carried away. We're still trying to find ourselves.
I think you got
They
a
was
better
holding our
chance
defensive line.
of getting
Y'all ain't watched the game.
I people to hate each other to shake hands than you do to have Southern and Groundling move to Bayou Classic, man. That's not happening. So enjoy that enjoy that SWAC championship on December 7th and enjoy the Celebration Bowl on December 14th.
Yeah. Would you adjust the
That
conferences?
it's not happening.
You could adjust the conference,
It's
see,
not.
well. You can move the conference where you got Valley, you got well, y'all, I don't know who y'all really got a winning streak on yet. You had Valley, Texas
They got
Southern.
y'all up in that little stadium, man, and did y'all in.
Right. They did.
I know what I would do, and this would be interesting. What I would do, I would have to get with a major what the word I'm trying to a major sponsor and do like a black college game day.
Right.
Now I have to add, and see who we can add on there because I think there needs to be a black college game day experience.
Every weekend
If
traveling
it's nobody
around.
but Lowe's, you got Uncle
I
Ernest alcohol and Daniels. I mean,
You gotta
you
get
got all kind of
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly or Ramey's or Rouse's. It needs to be some form of a black college game day.
Right.
And I think and people might not
I know who
know,
the
but I think Roland Martin should be on the show as one of the commentators
A
as part of
panelist.
that. Yeah, one of the analysts, right?
I know who need I know who should be the host, man.
Who that?
I got a great idea who should be the host.
Who?
Big so who you think, man? Mr. Tyler Carr.
Man, no, we can't put Tyler up there, man.
He already got a show.
I could see. But shout
That
out
man
to
can
my
handle that.
boy. Okay,
Nah.
if I could do a black college game day, this is who I would probably put: Roland Martin, Ken Clark, B.J. Jones, Zoe, and my boy from HBC United.
All of
You got to
them,
put
they
Scotty
got
on
too
there too
strong
now.
opinions on their own school.
And you got to ask Scott. And sometimes add Perry White. I like the way Perry White comments. I mean, that seriously, I think it'll be hot. And you can't forget G. You got to add G in there, you know, for the comic relief, you know.
Yeah, G have to be on there.
And sometimes too, I think you should add Blue. I think Blue would
So do
be
y'all
Blue G is like Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Blue should be mandatory. That shouldn't even be a question.
I think Blue should be the pick'em guy. You know how they got the bear pick'em? I think Blue would thrive in that spot. But I can see Blue as an analyst.
You say Zoe,
yeah.
I don't know about Zoe.
Blue live for that. Yeah, P White probably get too animated. He might have to mute him.
Man, P White might mess around and cuss on that thing for real.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy P White.
You say BJ
Most
Jones?
definitely, man.
Yeah, I can see BJ Jones. Man, to be honest with you,
BJ GOAT, man.
Anybody in this space, I think we could hold it down on an HBCU game day. And then, you know, I'm being for real. I stand on that, man. But I think we need a major sponsor.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Like if Uncle Ernest is a black-owned whiskey company.
So you gonna be traveling around? Don't Tiffany Green? Don't they travel around from?
Yeah, they do, but
and do a pregame.
But who? They don't promote it like they supposed to.
Well, they just cover that one game.
You saying cover one game? Yeah.
Right. You saying cover all of them?
Yeah, you got to cover the whole SWAC.
Right.
The whole HBCU game. You know.
Right.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, that'll be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got two comments I want to touch on. First off, Los J was saying, how y'all feel about the SWAC selling the naming rights to the championship game like the Big 12 trying to do? How y'all feel about that?
Who would they sell it to?
As long as they got a bag.
Right.
Highest bidder.
I would do it and just sell it for 3 years and put it back up for bid again.
Hey, that ain't no bad idea. That ain't no bad idea right there, Jerome. See how
that's how they do these stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it get us money, man, I ain't got no problem with it. Next comment is the one on the screen. How y'all feel about doing away with the championship game?
I like the championship game format. I've always watched it even before FAMU got in it. I always thought it was like, so I kind of like that, but I wouldn't do away with that.
Oh, my bad, y'all. It's the name of the conference itself that they selling the naming rights to, not the game. So it would be like that's kind of different.
Football conference.
Yeah, because you don't want to mess around and sell the wrong rights of the conference. That means they'll probably own all the footage and stuff. So you have to be careful with that.
Piggly Wiggly
the Piggly Wiggly football conference.
Yeah.
The Piggly Wiggly championship.
Yeah, that's all right.
Man, but they ought to do an Air Force Reserve HBCU game day seriously, and put a little money around it. Hey, I think he'll go live. They'll have to stream on ESPN Plus,
Amazon,
or Fox or something.
Amazon 12. Amazon 12.
Enron 12. The C Spire 12, dog.
No, you're right. We can't get rid of that.
That I think when you look at the name of the league itself, I think that's a different ball game. I think you're getting into some waters that you might not want to really swim in. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. If they came with the right bag, the people in charge of that, they might jump at it. And if you want to be real, the people that run the SWAC, it don't cost a lot to buy them. They don't got a high price that they ask for. So they might be able to get them if they came correct.
Yeah.
But we lost the big soldier. So
Oh,
like
okay.
I say, I think everybody got a price. So if the number right, they'll jump at it.
Well, they got to look at ways to make money. So selling games, naming right the games would be good.
Yeah, I mean that's a supposedly uh, supposedly there's a form that you got to fill out, but the odds of you getting it, I don't know. I don't know how great they are. I want to try to get there this year. Either me or maybe I get the big soldier there, but it's a form that you fill out, and they supposed to reply to you, but I don't know if I don't know how they're gonna handle it this year. This year they should take anybody who's interested, because the numbers of people who want to be there ain't like it was a couple years ago. So you should really take all the bodies you could get to fill that room up.
See, Wells, you got to go.
You had to fill out that. You had to fill out that questionnaire.
You got to go. See, Wells.
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. That's my goal. That's my goal, is to get there. So I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. Hell, if I got to just be outside the thing, hey man, I want to try to be there this year. So hopefully we can make it happen.
Just in the hotel
and get a foot in the door. 'Cause I want to ask a couple questions myself, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I sit in the lobby, you know what I'm saying, to catch everybody as they come in and out the room.
Right.
Hey, that help. Hey, let's get SWAC talk to media day, man. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what happened.
Well, I got some FAMU news for y'all.
And I could probably share some of my thoughts on how the SWAC should be run. What's that?
Hold on. I got to do it the right way.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Let me see where it is.
Oh Lord.
First, I thought a Glock had came out for a second. I was saying, oh, we gonna do that.
I want to let y'all know we got band camp coming up July 14th to the 20th, and it's filling up fast. So if y'all got some kids y'all want to send down there, y'all need to hurry up and get them in there, because the camp filling up is gonna close up soon. And we got summer session coming in, and them boys coming on campus. They getting in class. They getting in the weight room. They getting in the, they going bowling. They watching movies. All of that. That's all. That's enough.
Our team is spending a lot of time in church. I know that's always a good thing, but I don't know if that's good or bad for the season. You know what I'm saying? But it's good in life. But when it comes to football, I don't know if that's good or bad. But they've been spending a lot of time in church. So I'm taking it as a good thing.
And in the classroom.
But we gotta since we doing it. Oh yeah, you always got. That's mandatory. Since we doing news announcements, Coach Graves football camp in 2 days. So y'all check out the socials. Y'all get there and get some good learning. I think they still got some spots open now. So, and make sure you get your room in Baton Rouge on December 7th, man. They gonna be going fast. Hotels expensive in Baton Rouge, so if y'all want to be here, y'all need to go ahead and book that now.
What y'all gonna have, a tractor pull?
Not on that. We might do it. We might do one on the practice field before the game. You know what I'm saying? As a pregame thing. We having a football game on December 7th, so I don't know who's gonna be there, the players, but
y'all gonna tailgate and put the FAMU game on the big screen.
I'm gonna be there whether nobody else be there or not.
That's what they gonna do.
Hey, it's a big game in our stadium, man. Like I said, I don't know who's gonna be there, but one team gonna have on blue and yellow. So y'all, oh, they gonna be there. They gonna be there.
That's right, Rusty. The strike tour is in Las Vegas right now. They out in Las Vegas doing the FAMU strike tour. Tractor pull.
Hey, I would love for y'all to make a return to Baton Rouge, man. We need to beat y'all at some point, man. We need to either one of y'all teams, man. Y'all need to come. We need to get y'all back in Baton Rouge this year and get some revenge. So it's got to start somewhere, man. This I don't know what it is we on, but we got to fix the ship, man. We got to right the ship and get things back to where they're supposed to be, man. Because I just, watching a game with like 30 people in the stadium and they said 11,000 people is in there, that's not a good feeling, bro. I swear.
They just going by tickets sold. Tickets sold.
Y'all telling me it's 11,000 people at this game? They had to because the show wasn't butts in the seats. I counted every person in the stadium that game.
You said 30 people. God.
I didn't have nothing to do the whole second half, so I counted the crowd, man.
Yeah, man.
But all rivalry aside and trash aside, man, I like the direction FAMU going in, man. I think Coach Cole's gonna do a good job for y'all, man. But I like the way everybody's operating right now. I can't complain about anything yet, but y'all give me like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna have something about Southern to fuss about. That's just the way I operate. But hey, keep it going.
Right.
Oh, he definitely did that because I know I said a few I sent a few prayers up myself every Saturday.
He said he gave y'all duty.
He gave it. Let me tell y'all this.
Y'all got to direct y'all prayers better.
You know the saying, be careful what you wish for. I remember since 2018, everybody was saying, man, we need to get Dooley, man. We need to run Odoms off. We need to get Dooley. We need to get Dooley. I heard that at games every week, and I'm not gonna hold a lot of that on. It's over with, so I'm not gonna really spend a lot of time fussing about it now. But you gotta be careful what you ask for, man. I live 15 minutes from Southern. Every home game, man, that was the longest 15-minute drive of my life, man. It's like that was the longest 15 minutes of my life. It takes longer than that to get off campus, but to get off campus and get home, man, them were the longest drives ever. Like you talk about,
be all right.
Oh yeah, we gonna survive, man. We Jaguars, we survived, man. I've been through worse, so I've been through way worse. I've been through. We got two. we got a head coach and a backup if he don't act right.
Right. Y'all got y'all coaching waiting.
That's what I'm waiting to see. When things get funny, I want to see how many people got for Coach Fred to take over. I know it's gonna happen.
Well, he got championship.
I know it's gonna happen.
He can help direct
But
y'all, steer
I
y'all
think
in
it's
the right
about that
direction.
time
I
we wrap
think.
this thing on up, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get on up out of here. If y'all got anything y'all wanna put out there for the people, man. Jerome, you got it? Oh, go ahead. Oh yeah, we got a coach. I don't even know if you want to call him in waiting. He Bately is the coach. But Jerome, you got anything you want to put out there, like any social or anything where people can follow you?
Nah, not yet. Nah, nah, I don't have anything, bro. I got a Facebook page, Jerome Jeep Sutton. You can follow me on that.
Hey, Jerome, you sound a little apprehensive saying that. Like, nah,
Yeah.
nah, I ain't like you got the law looking for you. Nah,
Yeah. Hey. Nah, he don't want. Hey, he don't want all them tigers to show up on his page, man. That's a smart man.
Exactly.
Nah. Jerome got the rattler in the Glock.
That man said he don't want none of y'all.
Right.
That man said he don't want none of y'all dealing with him.
Nah, I'm good. I ain't that good on the social media like that yet. Nah,
It's all
I don't
good.
have no Twitter.
It's all good. All right. Well, Big Soldier, you got anything you want to say to people before we get up out of here, man?
Man, nah, man. Hey, everybody just have a good weekend. Shout out to all the fathers and everything, man. I hope y'all have a good, safe weekend, man. That's the only thing I want to say. I'm about to sign out.
Yeah, happy early Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Salute to my father out there. Thank you for putting up with me, and keep showing love. But with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, and we'll be back with another edition of SWAC Smoke next week.